For most of my life, I thought something was wrong with me. Not because I couldn't love. Not because I couldn't connect. But because everyone around me seemed to experience desire in a way I never did. Friends would talk about crushes that started the moment they saw someone. They would describe instant chemistry, instant attraction, instant sparks. And I would sit there pretending I understood, pretending I related, pretending I wasn't secretly wondering what they were talking about. Because no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't make myself feel what they seemed to feel so naturally. At first, I thought I was just a late bloomer. Then I thought maybe I was too shy. Then maybe too cautious. Then maybe too damaged. Years passed, and the questions only became louder. Why did everyone else seem to know so quickly? Why did attraction seem effortless for them? Why did I need something more before I could feel anything at all? The strange part was that I could recognize beauty. I knew when someone was attractive. I understood why other people were interested in them. But understanding attraction and feeling attraction turned out to be two very different things. And that difference followed me everywhere, especially into dating. Because dating felt like entering a game where everyone already knew the rules except me. People expected chemistry after a few messages. Expected excitement after a first date. Expected certainty after a few conversations. Meanwhile, I was still trying to figure out who the person actually was. Not because I was indecisive. Not because I was overthinking. But because my feelings seemed to operate on a completely different timeline. And that timeline made me feel broken. I remember sitting across from people who were genuinely kind. People who were attractive. People who checked every box I thought I was supposed to care about. Yet inside, nothing. No spark. No overwhelming desire. No urgency. Just curiosity. And curiosity wasn't enough. At least not according to the world around me. The world wanted faster answers. Faster feelings. Faster decisions. Everyone seemed obsessed with immediate attraction. Swipe left. Swipe right. Interested. Not interested. As if human connection could be reduced to a reflex. As if desire should arrive before understanding. As if emotional intimacy was optional. That never made sense to me. But for years I blamed myself instead of questioning the system. That changes people. Quietly, you start monitoring yourself. You start wondering if you're missing something. You start comparing yourself to everyone around you. You watch friends fall in love. Fall out of love. Jump into relationships. Leave relationships. And somehow they always seem to know what they're feeling. Meanwhile, you're still waiting for your emotions to arrive. Still trying to understand yourself. Still wondering why connection seems necessary before attraction can even exist. The loneliness of that experience is difficult to explain. Because you're not alone physically. You're surrounded by people. Conversations. Relationships. Opportunities. But emotionally, it feels like everyone else received instructions you never got. Everyone speaks the language. You're still trying to translate it. And eventually, you become very good at pretending. I became an expert at pretending. Pretending I was excited. Pretending I understood casual attraction. Pretending I experienced relationships the same way everyone else did. Because admitting the truth felt exhausting. Explaining myself felt exhausting. Defending myself felt exhausting. People always wanted simple answers. But my experience was never simple. The hardest part wasn't feeling different. The hardest part was constantly explaining why I felt different. Over time, I started noticing something else. People weren't actually connecting as much as they claimed. They were interacting, messaging, matching, talking, but genuine connection felt increasingly rare. Everyone was visible. Very few people were understood. And maybe that's why I felt so disconnected from modern dating culture. Because attraction, for me, seemed tied to understanding. Not visibility, not attention, not validation, understanding. The more I watched modern relationships, the more I realized how much people confuse attention with intimacy. Someone can text you all day and never truly know you. Someone can desire you and never understand you. Someone can choose you while still failing to see you. That realization hit hard, because it explained something I had struggled to put into words for years. I wasn't waiting for perfection. I wasn't waiting for some magical soulmate. I was waiting for emotional reality. For someone to stop feeling like a profile, possibility, an idea, and start feeling like a person, a real person, with fears, contradictions, vulnerabilities, complexity, because that's when things changed for me. Not instantly, never instantly, but gradually. That's what made it powerful. That's what made it dangerous. Because when attraction is rare, every meaningful connection carries more emotional significance. You don't experience people as endlessly replaceable. You experience them as important. And importance is terrifying, especially in a culture obsessed with disposable relationships. Modern dating teaches people that options create